The whole basis of the Red Angus breed plays into the commercial cattleman. That is who the Red Angus breed sees as our customer. I think that there are a lot of people seeing the merit of Red Angus cattle, and that has led to an increase in value and an increase in demand.
Welcome to The American Rancher. I'm Pam Minnick. Today's show takes us again to the Nebraska Plains. We'll visit Cross Diamond Cattle Company and see what's taking place at this customer service-driven Red Angus seed stock operation. Scott and Kim Ford are among the best beef cattle producers in the nation and have been recently recognized as Seed Stock Producers of the Year by the Red Angus Association. They are well into their 8th year of ranching near the town of Bertrand, and the Cross Diamond brand continues to be an excellent source of cattle for today's beef producers. We'll talk with the Fords again and see how things are going out on the plains. This is The American Rancher. Stay with us, we'll be right back. Welcome back to The American Rancher. Scott and Kim Ford's Cross Diamond Cattle Company is an enterprise built on the basics of fertility, structural soundness, disposition, and practicality. This is a program they started some 8 years ago and have kept on course. As their program continues to develop, Scott and Kim are becoming more proficient at being a seed stock provider to all types of cattlemen.
We're just so blessed to get to work with great people. And the Red Angus breed is at a time of unprecedented popularity. And I think we're at a time now in the history of the cattle industry in which we're rebuilding America's cow herd. When you think about producing cattle, the mother cow is the building block from where it all starts. And the Red Angus breed is a substantial building block to start from. And there are so many options to go with from there.
The Cross Diamond program that Scott and Kim have devised is all about range developing their cattle and selling their bulls as coming 2-year-olds. Scott and Kim calve their cows in mid-April. They hold them through the next year before selling them with the age advantage. Cross Diamond Cattle Company is located outside Bertrand, Nebraska. This south-central part of the state has productive farm ground and wide expanses of prairie grassland that is ideal for raising beef cattle.
Right now, Cross Diamond Cattle Company is basically comprised of about 800 cow working ranch. Of that 800 cows, there's about half of those that are commercial cows up at our Elwood facility, and then half of them are registered cows at our Bertrand location.
I think our vision has remained much the same. We've always really wanted to be about people and about great cattle. Within all that, I think an important component has always been our faith. Following our faith in pursuit of building great cattle and building great relationships with our customers.
The Cross Diamond cattle originate from excellent Red Angus. They maintain sharp selection and culling practices. Cross Diamond produces bulls for cattlemen that will, in turn, produce high-quality cows down the road. The Fords like where their program has arrived, but remain open to Red Angus bloodlines that provide fertility, soundness, and efficiency.
Kim and I are truly blessed to have great customers all across the country that we're able to deliver them, bulls that go into their program. And, we've delivered some bulls into some pretty harsh environments. The point is that we try to develop these bulls and have them in the condition that they can go out there in any environment and perform well.
Cattlemen continue to get consistent results with genetics from Cross Diamond Cattle Company. These Red Angus are fertile, maintain their body condition well, and are long-lived.
So right here in this particular field, we've got all of our registered Red Angus cows. These cows, actually, we weaned the calves off these cows here about 2 weeks ago. We're really blessed in this particular area that we've got great grassland, and then we also, in a close proximity, we have some wonderful crop residue like the corn stalks that we're standing in here. But the main thing that I want people to understand, these cows have to work for us. And we understand that these cows are the foundation of the bulls that we're selling. And if these girls aren't out here hustling, aren't out here working, then they aren't going to produce bulls and females that are going to go out into other people's programs and make them more profitable. We run an even number of commercial cows that we do registered cows. We treat them the same.
Scott and Kim continue to work to shape Cross Diamond as an operation that values customers through trust and service. Their goal is to serve the commercial cattle industry with high-quality, problem-free genetics.
Our yearling heifers, we give them a real short opportunity to breed. And I always tell people, if they don't breed right then, that's the best time to send them down the road because they're worth the most amount of money that they'll ever be worth.
Fertility is another very important factor. The pedigree doesn't mean anything if they don't breed back and perform the jobs that they're given.
Our calves right now that were just weaned a couple weeks ago are running on winter range. As soon as we get some corn stalks opened up for them, they will run on corn stalks for the rest of the year. And nothing will tell the next spring after we pull those bull calves off of corn stalks and winter grass, the ones that aren't easy fleshing, the ones that can't convert on what the good Lord has given us of forages, I'll tell you, it's pretty easy to make those culling decisions and send them down the road. We make those culling decisions based on phenotype and how well that they can produce, and we also make those culling decisions based on if they can breed back and get it done. If those females can breed and get it done, then that's fine. But if they don't, if they're open, they don't stay here. It's not only trying to raise cattle that work in many different environments, but it's developing them correctly also, that the bulls that we sell can go, whether it's from South Texas or New Mexico or the Upper Peninsula of Michigan or all the points in between, that those bulls can adapt to that different part of the world because we've expected that they do it here.
Scott and Kim continue to record ultrasound data on all of their registered yearling bulls and continue to measure the mature cow weight on all their seed stock herd, as they have for several years. In addition, udder scores are taken at calving on all cows. Cross Diamond is a range-raised program, and much of their data measurements are designed to point back at sustainability, efficiency, and practicality.
It works well for us to have a late spring calving period. We start about mid-April with our calving period, and then weaning comes along in October. Then the cows and the calves both go to corn stalks for the winter. And we separate the bulls and the heifer calves and winter them separately. And we feel that this really gives those cattle the training that they need, those young cattle, the training that they need to go out and find their forage. The yearlings are all summered at Elwood. At around sale time, then we bring the bulls home off grass around the 1st of September.
Right here we got all of our registered calves. We fence line wean these calves. So 2 weeks ago we brought them and their mothers into the adjoining pasture here. We let them pair up over the day, and the next day we rounded them up. We split the cows and calves. We put the calves on one side of the fence, left them where they were, and put the cows on the other side. Let them ball out for about 3 days. After 3 days, drove the cows away, and we're done. We're feeding these calves a dry distillers powder once a day, kind of training them to the cake pickup. After we kind of get them trained here for about 2 to 3 weeks, we'll go ahead and get them split bulls from heifers, and we'll try to get both groups out on corn stalks. We do everything in our power to screen for disposition to make sure that we're delivering bulls that you can handle, whether it's a horseback, four-wheeler, on foot, whatever else, so that they respect people and that you can deal with them.
Cross Diamond bloodlines include Sandman, Medallion, Launcher, and Tradition. On the cow side, they like the sustainability and longevity of the older Red Angus genetics.
We like to maintain consistency. And so there's been some things we like what we've seen on what Packer has done. So we've injected some Packer sons into the breeding program and have liked the results so far that we've seen there. We're staying true to some of the tradition lines. The terrace lines have served us well, and we're using some young sires out of those lines. We split the bulls up according to frame size, and we like to keep those bulls in groups of about 25 to 30 head. They get along well, and we keep them mostly in grass paddocks around the home place where they can get plenty of exercise.
And basically when we get them back here in the fall as long yearlings, all we're trying to do is mirror what they're gaining on grass. We're not pushing them hard by any means. The way they slow grow them, kind of a yearling process, it just allows them to kind of come into their own, allows them to develop into their skeleton, going through and culling these bulls, you just don't find the structural issues, letting them grow and develop and not pushing them real hard and try and make them something that they're not.
The thing about it is we want to make sure that the product that we're producing and sending on to our customer, we're trying to do everything possible in our power to make sure that it's fall-free and make sure that, that it's going to live up to the expectations, but for some reason, if it doesn't, we're going to be here and stand behind it. We're not going to run and hide.
Red Angus cattle have steadily carved a choice position in American ranching for a lot of good reasons, and Scott and Kim Ford have witnessed it firsthand. When we return, we'll take a further look at the Cross Diamond program and the cattle they raise. Don't go away. Welcome back to The American Rancher. Scott and Kim Ford know and have known Red Angus cattle in both a commercial and registered sense for many years. From its beginning, Cross Diamond Cattle Company has steadily worked to raise, auction, and deliver very sound, fertile, and functional Red Angus cattle to stockmen all across the nation. December 2012 was a fantastic auction for Scott and Kim. Buyers from across Nebraska and the nation provided a robust and fast-moving auction. Picking up bidders through Superior Productions continues to work very well for Cross Diamond.
Most important, the calves that we have on the ground out of the Cross Diamond bulls, what we like, they're sound, they're thick, they're easy fleshing, and they're survivors. Cattle that are low input cattle that have the ability to survive either in high desert country or in low forage country, certainly in some drought situations in the last couple of years. That's why these cattle from Cross Diamond have worked for us.
The folks here at Cross Diamond, Scott and Kim and their crew, they are just great to work with. They personable, all aware of all details and really concerned about all those details. The Cross Diamond cattle are just real functional for our we're a little higher altitude, and we like the ruggedness of them. We like the just the ability for them to get out there and function and work. We got great numbers. They have a great assortment of sires and genetics that they use. So it's just a great place for the cowman, commercial cowman, to be.
We bought Cross Diamond bulls for all the time they've ever been here, and before that, even with when they was with Panhandle, we've known Kim forever, and Scott, we like their bulls the way they're developed and they last at our place. We're the kind of guys that can pull calves, but we don't want to, so we hardly ever pull a calf, and we like to have a cow that, if she has a heifer calf, it's as good as the mother, and make another cow, so it's just sustainable things.
Scott and Kim have had great auctions from the start, and last year was no exception. The Cross Diamond sales are usually well attended, with stockmen from near and far coming together to buy cattle and to fellowship with one another.
It's always a great joy to come around to sale time, which is a time when we just visit with a lot of people. And it's always fun because invariably every year we get to meet new people. We see new customers, new faces, and we get to build even more relationships.
We truly take our responsibility of delivering genetics extremely serious, and we also take that relationship to heart too. And we understand that, you know, these are people that are counting on us to deliver cattle that are going to go in their program and make them more profitable.
This year's offering includes 230 range-developed Red Angus bulls and 7 range fire bulls, sound, fertile, and guaranteed. 20 registered open heifers that are solid herd builders. 285 commercial bred heifers. These are reds with some brockles and baldies that are fancy, productive replacement females, with 100 head consigned by the Paxton Ranch. There will be 35 open commercial heifer calves consigned by Horsley Red Angus and Silver Spur Ranch to round out the cattle offering. There will also be 2 ranch broke horses offered. We
have an extremely powerful sale offering this year. It's just really exciting to look through them. We'll have about 200 head of Red Angus bulls, coming 2-year-old, 100% bulls, as well as 7 head of Red Angus Charolais composite bulls from the Silver Spur Ranch.
All the heifers, commercial heifers that we're offering, the 180 plus that we're offering in our production sale, are ones that we AI'd for 3 days and then basically cleaned up bulls for 30 days to calving ease bulls that we raised in our own program. So all these heifers have also been pelvic measured. They've had all their vaccinations. They've had their first scour guard shot. So, you know, we want to make sure that the cattlemen that purchase these heifers are going to go ahead and do great things for them, and we'll stand behind them 100%.
Cross Diamond Cattle Company will be hosting their 8th annual sale on Monday, December 9th at 1 p.m. Central from the ranch outside Bertrand, Nebraska. The auction will be televised and is brought to you by Superior Productions. There will also be a prime rib supper served on Sunday evening, December 8th for buyers and guests. Cowboy poet R.P. Smith will be the guest entertainer at this year's fun event.
It is a great honor to do business in the cattle industry. These are hardworking folks. It's a wonderful business to be in. It's a great place to raise a family and a great place to enjoy what God has created.
Cross Diamond nationwide delivery remains free on the registered bulls and females within 1,500 miles or $15,000 purchase. For those who prefer, Cross Diamond is again offering a rebate of $150 per animal to buyers who would like to haul their own registered cattle home after the sale. Cross Diamond guest consignors of bulls include Cable Cattle Company, Ride On Cattle Company, Solid Rock Red Angus, Strock Red Angus, and Silver Spur Ranch. There will also be commercial females from Paxton Ranch, Horsley Red Angus, and Silver Spur Ranch. Johanna and Marie are growing up in the cattle business and are right at home on horseback. Johanna is now a 4-H participant, while Marie has begun first grade this year.
There was a disease, and there was one cow that got it, and she had a baby, and it was born blind because of that disease. So we just used him as a bottle calf, but now he's off of a bottle. I like to draw, and drawing is my favorite thing to do in school. I'm not like an actual artist.
Last year I had 4-H cows, and their names are Snowball and Joe. Joe was red and Snowball was black. Snowball won his division, and then he got reserve champion. And then Joe won the carcass competition, I guess. Both the calves came off our commercial herd. In my spare time, I like to read Chicken Hair. Half chicken, half hair, 100% hero.
We truly want to just thank everyone that has had such a huge impact in our success here. And we truly understand that none of this has been done without help from our family, our friends, the people that help us on a daily basis, and obviously the good Lord for what He has truly given us, the opportunities that He's given us to meet such great people all across the country.
It's an American story from the heartland about good folks making a way of life in the ranching business. Scott and Kim Ford and their young daughters look to write another chapter this year when they ship cattle out a trailer load at a time from a place called Cross Diamond Cattle Company near Bertrand, Nebraska. Watch for the Cross Diamond Cattle Company's annual sale, televised on Monday, December 9th at 1 p.m., brought to you by Superior Productions. Superb cattle, guaranteed breeders, splendid customer service, and a prime rib supper. What more can you ask for? This is a very good Red Angus program. Thank you for joining us on our visit to Cross Diamond Cattle Company. That's all the time we have today. To find out more about us, visit our website, theamericanrancher.com, or find us on Facebook. I'm Pam Minnick. Thank you for joining us. I'll see you next time.